Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kira Wolfe. If you're new here, call me Kira girl. What's up? What's up, sis? How y'all doing? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? We back, we live, okay? So anyways, today's tutorial or video or whatever, girl, is going to be my go-to makeup look. So this is my go-to makeup look. It's very simple, it's very easy, it's very straight to the point. I'm trying to start like series of videos, I guess. So this video in particular, what the hell? Ooh, girl, that ain't working either. Hold the fuck up. Ooh. So I'm starting a series on my channel because, girl, I'm fully grown out here, girl. I'm very much so an adult at this point. I'm very much so not even close to adolescence at this point. So, girl, I'm 23, so I'm starting a series on my channel, and it's gonna be called Chat and Sip. So we're gonna do a chat and sip get ready with me. So make sure you got your candle lit. Make sure you got your wine with you or whatever you want to sip on, girl. Today, I'm drinking Sweet Bitch, okay? So if you like sweet bitches, then keep on watching this video, girl, and come and sit with me. Now, I'm gonna be real, y'all. I did not talk a whole lot. I was really actually trying to show y'all how to get this makeup look. So this was kind of slick like a tutorial. It kind of slick wasn't like a get ready with me. But understand that I'm gonna get better over time, you guys. I'm gonna be figuring this out for today's video. If you want to chat and sip with me while I get ready, then please keep watching this video, okay? Have a good one, y'all. Cheers. I am using LaNeige Lip Sleeping Mask, darling. Girls, we're here because I'm about to show you how I get my go-to look, because you know what? It's just really time. It's really just time. A lot of shit been going on in my life, girl, and I just feel like being a bad bitch. Like, it's just really time for the girls to really get it together, for the girls to really just express who they are, girl, and just get back to my roots. You understand? Back to my roots. Because, girl, I'm really, I really started this bitch off, trying to be a bad bitch, and it's like, we gotta get back. We gotta get back. I gotta be a bad bitch again. You know what I'm saying? I can't just let that be a one-time thing. You know what I'm saying? The girls have to really just give what needs to be given. Do you understand? So that being said, girls,
just saying, if you gotta be drinking, girl, you gotta be hydrating, okay? Your body better be hydrated already. That's number one, okay? Just a cute little tip. The kidneys love coconut water. So if you ever find yourself in a predicament where you have a good old hangover trial, or you just trying to get your body good and hydrated for the night that you're about to have, for the turn up you're about to have, girl, go ahead, get your coconut water. Make sure that it's not from concentrate, okay? That's very much so tea. And guzzle that hoe, you know what I'm saying? Just guzzle it, you know what I'm saying? Just get that all up and through your body. If it's the next day, you wake up and you feeling dehydrated, go and get your coconut water. Just, it's important to have something with electrolytes. So either way it goes, make sure you either got real water or you got coconut water. If it's a situation, girl, get your coconut water, girl. You're gonna call it a day.
All right, bet. So for the point of my go-to face, it's quick. When I have time to sit down and chill and do my makeup, then cool, if it's planned out that way. But 9 times out of 10, I'm not even going to have that much time to be able to sit down and really just, enjoy the process of getting ready. So anyways, I'm starting off with Precisely My Brow by Benefit. So I'm going to be taking that. This is my favorite eyebrow pencil. As much as I enjoy the NYX, like eyebrow pencils, the micro eyebrow pencils by NYX, as much as I enjoy those, something about them, it just wasn't working for me anymore. I think it was too dry or something like that. With my brows, I've become more so of a, like, how that bombshell type of brow, like Victoria's Secret bombshell, like very much so effortless, giving model-esque type of brow that's just very bushy and very thick, and I enjoy those kind of brows. My brows are on the finer side in terms of how thick my hair is, but as far as how full my brows are, they are actually very full, as you can see. I basically start with a line on the bottom, and then I go and start filling in from there. And then here at the front of my brow, I'm doing just light strokes going upward. And I'm also going to bring my brow in a little bit further as well. The measurements for your brows of how long they should be is from corner of the nose, corner of the eye, to right there. So essentially my brow is going a little bit past that, but you'll see kind of why. I feel like sometimes my brows look a little bit too far apart, so that's why I bring them in a little bit further. And as you can see, I'm going to turn my brush like, what is this, horizontally. And that's how I'm going to get those light strokes at the beginning. Okay. So then now I'm just brushing it through. Just basically blending it to where it's not so harsh. Okay. Wow, these look insane. Okay, so now we're gonna clean them up, obviously. Like, I couldn't just leave it like this. So I'm gonna take my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm gonna take the color Fawn. That's the color I use. It's closest to my skin tone, so you'll see what I'll do with that throughout the whole process. I'm also gonna be using this small concealer brush by Wet n Wild. The logo has, I've had these for a few years now. And I'm also using this IT Cosmetics double-sided brush. And yeah, I've had this one for a long time, as you can see as well. I mean, this is the brush that I use to clean up, you know, blend out the concealer around my eyebrows for years and years and years. So, all right. So what I like to do with the brush, I like to actually flatten it, so that I like to pinch it together and sort of spread it out so that it more so looks like this, and it's very slim at the top, if you can see that. And listen, y'all, please do not judge me. My brushes are not clean. They're not clean, okay? Anyways, moving on. Just a tip for ladies, this is alcohol in a spray bottle. When you're doing stuff, you know, using your hand as a palette, just spray alcohol on the back of your hand, you know, if you need to clean it off, and then take you a paper towel and just wipe it off. I just laid my wig down, so I had like got to be glued on the back of my hand or whatever. So I'm just wiping that off. Now I'm gonna take some of my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm gonna put out a little bit onto the back of my hand. About that much. Okay. Now I'm taking my concealer brush, and I'm spreading the product out. So as you can see, I'm like thinning it out to where there's not so much on the brush, but I am there's still product on the brush, because I don't want it to be caked up underneath there. Like, that's unnecessary. So here we go. Okay, and then for the top, I really don't like to carve it out too much on the top, but I'm gonna do it just a little. I mean, it's gonna just be very quick. It's just because I like it to look less perfect, I guess. But the end, I most definitely will shape up. Okay, so now I'll do the other side. And then I also will put some concealer there in the middle, because I have always hated when you can tell that there's no concealer there. And then when you put the rest of your face on, it still just looks like there was nothing there. And I'm just like, what is that? And then now I'm gonna just bring this down and spread it out. All right, so now I use the rest that's on my hand, and I go in and I start to cover up all of my little acne spots, all of the hyperpigmentation on my face, as well as my under eye darkness. I'm gonna take some of that and put that there. And with all concealers, I'm sure y'all have heard from, I honestly, I'm gonna say Aaliyah J was the first person on the interwebs to do the like letting your concealer sit thing. She's been doing that for years. So shout out to her. And Jackie, she did that. She did it later, but I feel like Aaliyah J was the first one to do it. Letting your concealer sit and like, you know, set a little bit before you blend it out so that you get the most amount of coverage. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing over my whole face. So I just like to dot it over the places where I have little hyperpigmentation. And then now, especially y'all with the masks, like I might not even really care too much about this whole area right here. Like I might not even go so hard with it, like, which is also why I take this route versus putting on a full face of foundation when because at this point, now that my skin is more clear, I don't have to really do that. I do that when I want to, you know what I'm saying? But when I'm like, okay, I gotta go somewhere, I gotta do a face that I know I can do quickly, I gotta do a face that I know is gonna look good, and also that's not gonna transfer onto my mask OD, then I'm gonna do this look, okay? But if it's a special occasion, my birthday, whatever, then yes, I'm doing the full beat. I'm doing, you know, all the foundation. I'm getting everything together. But this is my go-to look for a reason, because I don't do all of those steps during doing something like this, okay? So anyways, while I'm doing this, let's go ahead and start our little chat, girl. Let me go ahead and take another sip. What y'all been up to? Like, what y'all been doing? Like, what's really the tea? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's really giving? You know, I just want to know. Like, what's really the tea? Nothing? Okay. Well, I'll talk about me then. So, really, y'all, it's just been a whole lot of shit going on in my life lately. Like, it's just been a lot of changes going on, you know, things to adjust to, like, especially like for the past, I would say maybe year, because right now it's October. So yeah, I'm gonna say for the past year, there has been a lot of changes for me. I moved from one place to moving in with my my family. I got a new job that takes a lot of energy, and I enjoy it. I really do. And I appreciate the hard work that I'm putting in, because I'm able to go home and be like, you know what? I worked hard and I'm proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? So that part of it, I really enjoy. I'm 23 now. And a lot of the things that I'm going through, you know, it's hard for me to, sometimes it's hard for me to balance, you know what I mean? And I'm trying, girl, and I mean, I don't know who's into astrology. I'm not gonna say that I'm super into astrology at all, but I used to be, but I'm a Libra. So, I mean, balance is just, you know, something that I just want, you know what I mean? Despite astrology, just in general, I just like balance. Like, I just like things to be balanced. I just like things to flow. You know what I'm saying? I like things to be structured in a way to where it's helpful to me, because I'm a little bit ADHD, girl. Not even a little bit. I'm actually fully diagnosed with ADHD. But I have learned how to focus without, you know, having to be on any medication or anything like that. So I'm very grateful for that. But still, I just like balance. I just like things to be balanced. And I haven't really had the time, or I haven't wanted to even take care of myself. You know what I mean? So I'm just getting back into the habit of like doing things that I know genuinely are helping me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to start blending this out with the same brush that I blended out my eyebrows with. But I'm just going in small circular motions around the product. I'm not going to go fully right on top of it, or I might a little bit, but it's going to be the smallest pressure. It's not going to be a lot of pressure involved, okay? So anyways, like I was saying, I'm just now getting back into like fully taking care of myself and like really trying to just find my worth again, because I've lost it, y'all. Like, you know, I was talking about accountability in some of my other videos like a year or so, 2 years ago, whatever. And girl, I be holding myself accountable, but at the same time, I be like, girl, I'm tired. Okay? The girls be tired. So just, you know, going through all of that and like going through all of these changes and emotional changes and other personal things that have gone on within the past year, it has been a lot on me. You know, it's been a lot. And so I haven't been able to give myself, you know, what it is that I know that I truly need to give myself. And I feel good today, especially because I actually, I woke up and I meditated today. I actually did yoga today. Actually did a full vinyasa, girl. And I'm proud of myself that I'm getting back at it. Like, that I'm getting back into the habit of like caring about myself. You know what I mean? Because I don't know, people don't be talking about that. Sometimes it's really hard to like love on yourself. Like, we all like to talk about self-love, but it is hard, y'all. And I was on the journey, you know, I was doing very well. And then, you know, a year ago, things started changing. And so then it was hard for me to keep up with, you know, my self-love, you know, routine and all of that, because I was just trying to adjust to all the new things coming my way. So it's just like, I didn't really even have time to even get into all of that stuff. So that being said, hold up, let me just. All right, so that's that. And that's all I'm going to do for my base. For those ladies that do have acne, more acne than me, or more texture, or whatever the case may be, go ahead and continue with your regular foundation routine. It's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying that you have to be like me and use the bare minimum. Not saying that at all, because everybody is different. Everybody's skin is different. And at a point in time, I would not have been comfortable doing this right now. So do whatever makes you comfortable. However, whatever is going to make you feel the most confident going out of your house and feeling your best, looking your best, do that for your foundation, or for your, you know, base. So don't follow what I'm doing, girl. This is just my process, and that's also something that I be struggling with, girl. I be forgetting that I'm on a journey. Everybody else is on a journey. and our journeys are not the same. Like, we're not going to be doing the same things at the same time all the time. And especially for me, that has been very difficult for me to get a hold of, because in actuality, like, I look up to my friends. You know what I'm saying? I really do, because there are a lot of things that I see in them and I'm just like, that is so beautiful. Like, that is so amazing how you're just able to just go out there and go get it. Like, those are definitely things that I think about. You know, I like to write quotes in my room, like things that I can see day in and day out, so that they end up falling into my subconscious. You know what I mean? So those are things that are constantly in my brain, you know, other than the negative thoughts that end up arising. Those are the things that are stuck in my subconscious. So I have a little quote over here to remind myself that comparison is the thief of joy, and that you already possess what you need for your journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, for your journey, you already have what you need. You know what I'm saying? And I've been having to say that to myself, because I'm like, girl, you don't need to be sitting here worrying about what everybody else is doing. Like, whatever your journey is going to be, that's what it's going to be, regardless of whatever they're doing. So it's like, tune into your journey, tune into your channel. You know what I mean? Like, you're the main character of your story. So enjoy your story, read your chapters, read your pages. You know what I mean? And so I've been trying to get that in my head, because girl, that's not something I have to hold on. So let's just be clear about it. I am not perfect, okay? This is the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer in this super coverage. I'm using the color Warm Sand. I'm gonna take a little bit of that and I'm just gonna dot that right here, put some right there. I've been really liking that, you know, like thing that people been doing where they just put a little bit on the end and put a little bit on the inside. I like that, and I feel like it uses way less product. You know what? I'm gonna use my Sonia Kashuk sponge. I really like this sponge. I really like this. Like, it's nice, you guys. Like, it's actually really nice. Now, I do have a beauty blender sitting here as well, but I mean, look at the size. Do you see that? The size is, you know, it's impeccable for sure. But obviously, if you're going in, you know, you want something smaller, more detailed, then of course going with a smaller sponge. But I have to say that I really enjoy this sponge. Like, it's very soft. I wet it, so it's damp now. But I really enjoy this sponge. So I'm gonna just start with above my chin. I'm not even gonna go under my eyes yet, just for the sake of letting it kind of, you know, sit a little bit. So I'm gonna blend out the other areas first. So my little, this is a e.l.f. Small Stipple Brush, but the handle broke off, girl, so don't judge me. But I'm just gonna use that to go around the edges. And then for under my eye, I'm gonna start with my finger. And I'm also bringing it, you know, up on the sides of my nose, just to help to flatten that whole area out. And now I'm going to take the small stipple brush again and then start blending out the edges. Now I'm going to take my sponge again and just give it a good blend. And this will also pick up some of the excess product, so that it's not just a whole bunch of product sitting underneath your eye. Okay, so there's that. So now I'm going to take the Ruby Kisses 3D Face Creator, and this is in level 15, and I'm going to take that with a e.l.f. cheek cream and powder brush. So it's shaped like this. It's like a little paw, and then it's kind of, it comes to a little point. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take the lighter color on the, what is that, the right side? Or really, if you're looking at it, it's the left side, but like if I'm holding up like this, I'm dusting it on the tip of the brush, because I don't want I don't want it to be all over the brush like that. I just want it on the tip. Anyways. Yikes. I'm gonna start over here. I like to try and keep the contour high. I don't want it to come down low because that's gonna end up looking like a 5 o'clock shadow. So you wanna keep this area pretty clear. And then you just want to have that hollow be right where the hollow actually is. So as you can see, kind of naturally, you can already kind of see that there's some shadows forming here already. So I'm just going to go in and intensify that. So I'm taking the tip of the brush and I'm going to start coming forward. And I'm sort of just flicking it. If you want to turn your face over to the side, girl, I don't have no problem with it. And I'm gonna actually flick that upward. And then I'm gonna lay the brush flat on its side, pick some of the product up, and then I'm gonna start tapping it around the perimeter of my forehead. Because you always wanna have shadow. If you're highlighting, you wanna add the shadows back because naturally our faces have dimension. So you want to add all of that dimension back. And as you can see, you see that right there? That's exactly what I want. So you just want to keep it high and blend upward. So really, that's enough. For the sake of the face, you always want to add something, a contour underneath your chin, just to help it, you know, just to add the shadows back, as I was saying before. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a little bit of the product. I'm still using the lighter color. I'm going to get it on the tip of the brush and on the side of the brush. And all I'm going to do is literally pat right here. I don't know if you girls saw that. I know you can see the difference. There's product here and there's no product here. And all I did was just pat right in that area. That's why I really like this brush, because of the way it's shaped. So then I'm going to just pat down the side. And I'm patting because I want it to go on blended. I don't want to have to put a harsh line and then go back in and blend it. I want it to just apply blended already so that I'm not wasting so much time. So I'm patting down the side and then I'm just going to go right under the nose. And then boom, there it is. A contour nose all of a sudden. And in real life, I actually learned that trick from Rennie Vasquez. There was a video on his Instagram and he was doing somebody's makeup and he had the biggest brush. It was a brush this size. And he went boom, 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 boom. I said, oh my gosh, bitch, that's tea. I said, I'm about to start doing that. So ever since then, I've been doing that. Now, I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. In Nashville, there is a store called Performance Cosmetics or Performance Studios. And they sell their own brand of makeup. And this is their banana powder, essentially. And I like it because it's more yellow. Like Banana Powder by Ben Nye is a little bit too beige for my liking. I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk sponge again. I'm going to get some on the tip of the brush, on the tip of the sponge. Before I even do that, I'm going to just turn the sponge over and just blend right underneath my eye to make sure that all the creases are gone before I apply my powder. Because once I apply my powder, that's how it's going to be. So I'm going to look up. I'm not even going to look at myself while I'm doing this because I usually don't. So I'm going to get my sponge in position and then I'm just going to look up. And then I'm just going to pat. And I'm going to pat that in until it's fully blended out. I'm not really a baker. Now I'm going to just set the other areas that I highlighted. Center my forehead, down the bridge of my nose. I like to go over my eyelids and set underneath my brows as well. And then this will be it. Okay, so boom, there's that. Now I'm taking my CoverGirl Queen Collection bronzer in the color Ebony Bronze. It's the darkest one, I believe. And girl, I've had this for years, so don't even come for me. I don't want to hear it, okay? And then I'm going to take that big brush that I had showed you guys a second ago, and I'm going to take some of the products on the brush, and then I'm just going to start blowing this out. This is bronzer, so it's meant to bronze you, you know what I'm saying? And I like to be bronzed, girl. I put some right on the edge of the brush, and then I'm just going to pat. But you want to still make sure that you're only applying this where you apply your cream contour, okay? I'm going to take the back of the Beauty Blender. This is the e.l.f. Putty Blush. And this, I don't know what shade this is, honestly. But it's like a peachy blush. You can see the color. It's kind of peachy. So I'm going to take the back of the Beauty Blender and I'm going to just swirl it in like that. And then, so with blush, I've been changing. I've been liking to apply my blush in this area, giving very much 80s, 90s supermodel. That's what I've been enjoying lately. I might bring a little bit on the apple, but the majority is going to be up here in this area, okay? So I'm going to just pat that on. And I just love blush. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I love blush. And then I'm going to smile and just put whatever is left on the cheek. It just, I don't know. It just does something. I don't know what to tell y'all. It just does something for me. And then I'm going to just tap whatever is left on my nose as well, because I like that little, like, flushed vibe. A little bit here, a little bit on the chin, and boom. That's that. And honestly, this is a very, like, faint blush. So we're going to apply powder blush on top of that. So don't fret, girls. Don't even fret. I think, I'm scared to say this. I think Morphe is canceled, but I'm going to use what I bought, girl. I'm going to use what I bought, okay? So I'm using the Morphe Dare to Create 39A palette. Dang, hold on, let me see if I can y'all see this? I can't do too much. But I'm going to use a combination of these three colors just to intensify my contour. For that step, I like to take this e.l.f. blush brush, because look at the way it's shaped. It's shaped kind of like a triangle at the top. And then, I don't know, I guess I like these brushes that are fluffy but also have like some definition to them. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to put the products right on the tip of the brush, as you can see. And then I'm going to go in and then just intensify the contour just a little bit. And then for my forehead, I just like to pat. And then I'll go in, because I don't want to apply the product so heavily in one spot and then you just see that like blotch. So I like to pat first, and then I'll go in and, you know, blend it out. Now I'll just take a little bit and come right here. I've also started learning how to just use less brushes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can use one brush for multiple things. So with this, I'm going to just take this and use this napkin or this paper towel, and I'm going to get most of the darker color off of this. I'm going to be using this palette for multiple things. That's also something that I like to do. Like that palette I just used, I use that for my face. I'll use it for my eyes as well, and blush. So I just like to kill multiple birds with one little stone. Is that the kill two birds with one stone? Yeah. Okay. So anyways, we're going to take the Warrior 2 palette by Juvia's Place. I really like this palette. The colors are just phenomenal. Look at that. These are beautiful neutral. This is a beautiful neutral palette, and it's all matte. So I really appreciate that. I'm gonna take a little bit of this dark brown right in the center, and I'm just gonna apply that at the back of my cheekbone to intensify my contour even more. And now I'm gonna take these two colors right here, and that's what I'm gonna use for my blush. And then I'm just gonna pat. Just to finish the base off, this is Global Glow by MAC Cosmetics. I don't know if y'all been on, I don't know how long y'all been in the beauty community on YouTube, girl, but y'all already know the mineralized skin finishes, gold deposit, that was the #1 girl a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? Before Rihanna came out with her trophy wife and all that, like that was that girl. But I always liked Global Glow. This one was always my favorite. So I'm gonna take my damp beauty blender and I'm gonna take it on the side of the blender this time. And I'm gonna pat a little bit. And then I'm gonna lightly pat over this area, over the high points of my cheekbones. And like, it just gives you like this like sheen. It's not like a stark highlight, because I used to like that, I think, but over time, it's just not, you know? So you see where the light is hitting on me automatically when I turn my head to the side? Right there is where I'm gonna place this product. Okay, put a little bit on the nose, a little bit on the forehead, just to continue with the highlighting process. And boom, that's good enough for me. Girl, wasn't this supposed to be like a sip and chat, girl? I ain't even been chatting, I just been talking about makeup, girl. Woo! So now, I'm taking this Wet n Wild blending brush. Y'all, this is about to be the quickest eyeshadow of life. I'm gonna take this color right here. This color is called Yodit. Girl. Yodit, I don't know, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna take this lighter brown here at the top, on the top section. I'm gonna just swirl my brush around in that. Okay, so I have a lot on there. And then I'm just gonna go in. This is a brown smoky eye, honey. This is a basic brown smoky eye. And I'm gonna put that over my entire lid. And I'm gonna lean my head back. I'm gonna lean my head back so that I can see where the crease of my eye is at. Because I don't have hooded lids. And I have quite a lot of lid space. But my creases don't necessarily crease right where the crease is at, if that makes sense. My crease is right here, but my eye folds right here. So that's not a hood, but it's just that I like to get the most out of my eyeshadow looks. So I like to lean my head back so that you can clearly see right there where your real crease is at. Okay, and I'm laying the brush flat against my eye, and I'm going right up into the crease. So I'm not blowing it out too far up. I'm bringing it down like this. Okay, so let me do that. Now, I'm gonna take the same brush. So now I'm gonna take the color C-Thru. Girl, it's the dark brown right in the center. And then I'm gonna place that closer to my lash line. Okay. I'm gonna bring it up just a little bit, but not as far as I brought that other color. I'm gonna wipe my brush off a little bit on my paper towel, just so I can blend the edges out. I like to bring the color up into here and then down. I don't ever want a whole bunch of color coming up at the brow bone, because it just, I don't know, it kind of defeats the purpose to me of concealing your brows, to have that brow highlight. Now I'm gonna take, I don't know where this brush is from, but it's a double-ended brush, and one side looks like this. It's like a little fluffy bending brush, and the other side has a small pointy end. So I'm gonna use the color Yoded, and we're gonna use that for underneath our drop shadow. When you're putting shadow underneath your eye here, that's called a drop shadow. So that's what I'm going to refer to it as. And I'm putting the product right on the tip of the brush as well, like I've been doing with a lot of the other products. And then I'm going right underneath my eye, because you don't want this color coming too far down because you highlighted this, right? So why would you go and put shadow on where you just highlighted? And now I'm going to take the other end of the brush, the smaller end, and I'm going to take some of that Kufuru color, the dark brown, and I'm going to go right against the edge. I'm not bringing this even as far down as I brought the other color. And I'm just going right underneath my eye, closest to the lash line. I'm gonna take a little small tiny bit of this Walzana color. This dark, it's not black. It's like in a charcoal. That's the color it is. It's like a charcoal. I'm gonna take a little bit of that on this brush. I'm gonna put it right on the tip of the brush, or not the tip, but on the edge at the top of the brush. So as you can see, I kind of have it right there at the top. I'm going to flip my brush over and get very close to the lash line and pat that color right there by the lash line. And I'm not taking too much product because I don't want this to be too dark. I just want to intensify the smoky eye. And then I'm going to go back with my blending brush. I'm going to take a little bit of Kufuru and Yoded, both of the light brown and the dark brown, and I'm going to begin just smoking that out. And that's it. It's very faint. It's really not, it's not too much. It's just enough. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And I'm also going to take a little bit of that color and go right at the edge. I'm not going to carry this all the way into my eye. I'm going to keep it right on the outer fourth, closest to my lash line. Because this is my go-to look. We're utilizing multiple products for the same thing. So I'm going to take my Global Glow, and I'm going to take this, it's a Morphe M138 brush. And it's shaped like this. It's a little bullet brush. And I'm going to take some of that. And then I'm going to put that on the inner corner. I'm going to come up a little bit into the corner of my eye at the top. And then I'm going to bring this along the lash line on the bottom. Taking a little bit on the brush. I'm going to go right closest to my brow, right at the highest point. And then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to give it a little finger blend. And that's just going to give me the perfect amount of sheen there. The last thing to do is to put lashes on. What company is this, girl? It's called Sexy Cat, girl. These lashes are called Sagittarius. So they're these cute lashes, honey. They're very cute. Very cute. I got them from the hair store. I always apply my lashes with tweezers. I can't do it with my fingers. It's just too much for me. What I like to do, and I got this tip from It's My Ray Ray years ago. She had an eyelash video. of how she puts her lashes on, and she said that her lashes were super curly, and I was like, dang, me too, girl. And then she was like, I actually use an eyelash curler upside down to uncurl my lashes so that it's easier for me to put my lashes on. I said, oh girl, that's it. So I've been doing that ever since. So I'm gonna uncurl my lashes. When you're taking the lashes off of the pack, you want to grab it from the end. You don't want to grab it from the center. You want to grab it just like that. And when you're even taking your lashes off, you want to grab them from the end and pull inward. You never want to just pop it off like that. Like that's not good, and you can rip out your lashes that way. Y'all, we old, we southern, we hood, we use lash glue. I mean, we use bonding glue. Probably not the best thing to use. Probably better lash glues out there, but this one it's just an old reliable, girl. And you know, I'm one of the people, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, girl. Don't even fix it, girl. I'm gonna take some of that. I'm gonna put some glue there, and then I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna take some of the glue, and I'm gonna use this as my applicator. Obviously, I don't know how you guys apply it on your lashes, but I'm gonna take some of the glue on the tip, and then I'm going to apply it to my lash. You don't want to put too much glue. You just want to kind of put a thin layer. With putting on the lashes, you always want to be looking down into a mirror. You never want to be looking up, because how can you put your lash on if your eyes up like that? You know, it just kind of doesn't really make sense. I'm going to tilt my mirror up so that I can see underneath, so I don't have to like lean back so much. And so I can just calmly lean back. And then I'm going to place my lash as close to my lash line as possible. I'm going to sit it in the middle first, and then I'm going to adjust the ends. Lately, I've been enjoying my lash being a little bit more cat-like. So I'm going to make sure that the front 2/3 are closest to my lash line, but this on the end, I'm actually going to bring it up a little bit to kind of give it that cat look. And I'm going to kind of hold it in place as it dries so that that end can be more up rather than down. So there's that lash, and let's hurry up and do the other one. And since this one is pretty much probably dry, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull my head back. And in order, because nobody likes to see that lash line, right? We want this to look as natural as possible. And I'm going to tilt my head back, and then I'm going to pinch. I'm going to roll my skin over the lash, and I'm going to just pinch. Ooh. And sometimes that happens where the glue is not all the way dry, and then you end up, I think I took that end off. So what I'm gonna do is take the back of my tweezer and take some of that glue that's left. And I'm gonna put it on the front. Then I'm gonna turn my tweezer back over, and then I'm gonna just lay it down. And you want to kind of wipe off the tip of your tweezers just to make sure that it's not sticking, because sometimes that can cause an issue when you're applying your lashes. And then as you can see, I kind of got a little bit right here, so I'm going to try to get that off. And so I'm still going to go in and roll my skin right over the front and roll my skin over the back. And that's just, if I look down, you cannot see that lash band. Right there. You cannot see that lash band. So it's not extremely noticeable. So I put that mask on earlier. That lip mask on, the LaNeige lip mask. And now I'm going to take, this is an eye pencil from the hair store. It's a brown. And I'm going to start outlining my lips. I like to go a little bit below my lips because I do like that juicy look. I'm actually gonna spread out the top of my lips so I can get my cupid's bow very defined. And I'm also overlining that just a little bit. And I have my pencil laying on the side so that I have something steady, and I'm also, once again, balancing my hand onto my face with my pinky. And now I'm going to take my Intense Butter Gloss by NYX, and this is in the color Peanut Brittle. I'm a nude girl. I like nudes. I'm going to take a little bit of this, but this is a MAC gloss, okay? And it's just like a very light gloss. And also, to get that lipstick, so it's not doing that, just take your napkin and just close your lips right on the napkin. Or you can take your finger if you're out somewhere and go like that. But wash your hands after, girl. Wash your hands before if you're gonna do it like that. You know what I'm saying? If you at home and you do that, cool. But if you out somewhere, just be cautious. It's still COVID out here, girl. I'm gonna take my, oh God, this is Urban Decay. And I'm just going to go right at the base of my lashes, and I'm wiggling up because I don't really want to get mascara on the lashes. I just want to get it on my lashes to blend them. And then I'm going to take whatever is left and I'm going to just go very lightly underneath my eye. And I'm going to just define my lower lashes. I like to take this NYX Epic Ink Liner. And it's in black. And as you can see, I have a little bitty, like it's a little bitty mole right there. And I also have a little, I'll call them beauty marks. I have a little beauty mark right here, and I also have one right here, and I like them. So I'm just gonna take this and just define them a little bit. Cute. And that's that. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit, and then I'm gonna just press my finger over it. I'm gonna just press it and then pull it straight off, and that's good. I'm going to be using the NYX Bear With Me setting spray, multitasking setting spray. It looks like this, and that's what I'm going to use to set my face. All right, and that's it. Hey you guys, this is a finished video. So if you like this look, if you enjoyed the tutorial, if you enjoyed the chit chat part, please leave me a comment down below so that I know, and give me some feedback on things that maybe I can change, maybe I can do differently, because I'm definitely open to any feedback. And also, please subscribe to my channel and hit the little notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post a new video, okay? So that being said, that's kind of all I gotta say, girls. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. What? Where we at, girls? Where my girls at? From the front to back. We're back. What's up? Yeah. Say hello, cat. Hello. Okay. Cat did not want to be a part of the video. What the hell, Cat? Like, I swear, this man, he just be doing too much. I just like, Cat, what's the tea? Like, literally, Cat, relax. Shit. We spinning that shit back to back. Nah, facts. Pussy boy, I call my haircut OVO cause it keep a drape. If y'all don't know, 21 Savage is one of my favorite rappers. He's probably my favorite cause he's comical.